Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. So today is Monday. I just got Lila dropped off at preschool, but I just need like a get it all done kind of day. You know, we had a really great weekend as a family. We got a couple things done around the house. Like we always try to point out like one or two like house chores that we want to get done. Last night I got all of our laundry run. So like Josh's, mine, Lila's, everyone's laundry has run through. So we're set on that for the week. And Josh did some yard work, but we also did some fun family things. Like we went to Costco and got pumpkins and did carving. We also pulled out all of the pumpkin seeds from the pumpkins and we're going to roast them. I think I'm going to try and make some granola maybe later today with Lila, like some pumpkin granola. I found a recipe. Well, a recipe has been stalking me from Instagram. Do you guys have that on Instagram where the ads will pop up in your stories? And this one from an influencer, it's for a homemade pumpkin granola using pumpkin seeds, has just been like following me for weeks. So I think I'm going to make that. Lila loves granola. So she was excited. I told her and I could bake some granola when she got home from school today. So we're going to do that. But I have other things I want to get done around the house. Like I just am starting to feel like I really need to start decluttering, specifically like the toys and Lila's clothes. I know that the holidays are still a ways away, but I feel like everyone this year is so freaked out about shipping times that people are starting to shop early, which, I mean, you do you. Some people start shopping for Christmas. They shop all year round and just hold on to stuff. So that's not typically me. Typically, I try and get mine all like one and done, all the shopping done over like Black Friday. Like online. I don't go in store. But I don't know, this year, are you guys shopping early? Let me know in the comments, like how serious do you guys think this really is? So, we're going to be in Chicago for Christmas this year visiting my family. So normally what I do is I just shop for Lila like on Amazon and I just send everything directly there because shipping is crazy. And then normally we drive, so we'll be able to drive home with everything. Before we get to the holidays, I always like to try and like go through the toys and her clothes, declutter stuff, get stuff set aside that we're going to donate versus anything that's like been trashed or we're missing a bunch of pieces of to get rid of it, and just kind of so I know what she has and I know what she needs. I have that to do today, but I also want to make sure we get back on track, on a good healthy eating track for the week. Last week was great, guys. I did so well staying on track because I did that huge meal prep. I shared the video the other day, but I did a big meal prep and I spaced it out over a couple different days, which made it so much more manageable. I did a big grocery haul one day. Another day I prepped all the fruit and veggies, and I did like a breakfast prep by just doubling a recipe. Then I made on another day a couple lunch recipes, and we actually still have a few of the lunches in our fridge. We have maybe like 3 or 4 servings left, so that'll get us through the beginning of the week. So instead of doing another huge lunch prep, I kind of like to rotate weeks. So one week I'll do a bigger lunch prep where we have all the individual containers ready to go and we'll eat those for lunches and dinners. But then like the next week, to mix it up a bit, sometimes I'll make just like a big crock pot dish for dinner one night and we'll have some leftovers of that coupled with some grab and go kind of things from our fridge or freezer for other meals. So I think that's what I'm going to do this week. So I think when I get home, I got to look up a crock pot recipe that we can get going today for dinner. It's finally cooled off here in Georgia, so like a warm, comforting crock pot dish sounds really yummy. So anyway, today's gonna be a mishmash day. It's gonna be a get it all done. Let's get motivated. Let's have a good week. I'm gonna get some cleaning and organizing done. I'm gonna get our meal plan for the week made. I'm gonna get some healthy, yummy dinner going and maybe a snack with Lila and some grocery shopping. So I don't know where this video will take us, but let's go for the ride. Anyway, I've been sitting here in my car talking to you guys outside of Starbucks. I haven't had coffee from Starbucks, guys, in so long. I wanted to get their cookie butter latte, which is a drink I found. I'll tag the Instagram handle here. She makes up a ton of fun Starbucks recipes and drinks, very similar to the Macro Barista. I follow him too, but this account I found through one of my Instagram friends, and she had a recipe for a cookie butter latte. She posts so many different combinations and they look really interesting, but there are ways that you can order things where you have lower sugar or lower calories. And then usually what I do is I just plug the calories into the WW app to figure out the points. So I wanted to try the cookie butter latte today, but they were all out of the brown sugar syrup. That's been the hardest thing. Like I want to try new fun things from Starbucks and get some fun low point drinks to share with you guys, but they're just out of so many syrups and stuff like that right now. So I just got a pumpkin cream cold brew. I'm pretty disappointed with the pumpkin cream cold brews this year. It seems like the pumpkin cream, it just like completely dissipates immediately. So it doesn't have that thick creamy foam, and I've kind of figured out how to make my own at home. So like Starbucks, until you start getting more of your like sugar-free syrups and stuff back, I might be just like sticking to coffee at home for a while, because I just feel like I'm disappointed every time I get something here. So, and this is a grande pumpkin cream cold brew. I did sub out the vanilla for sugar-free vanilla, so that cut down a couple points. But the foam still on top still has, I think for a grande, it's 12 points. So that's all you count for the drink is the foam. So it's still a 12-point coffee. So it sucks to have a 12-point coffee and be disappointed in it. I may only drink half, because I haven't really been back to drinking a ton of coffee. I've kind of been keeping it light on the coffee and caffeine lately. So I may only drink half, and then I'll just count the 6 points or for however much I drink. So that's been our little Starbucks coffee chat. Let's head home and get going on some of the stuff we want to get done today and get motivated. Otherwise, I'm just going to continue to sit in my car in the Starbucks parking lot because it's quiet. All right, let's go home. Guys, I just got home and I pulled through my freezer and pantry real quick, and probably every other month, my husband bulk preps some meat for us. So this is pre-cooked shredded pork. He made it on our smoker outside. So I believe 3 ounces of pork is like 5 points on the WW Blue plan. So I have 1 pound of shredded pork. I also have this fire roasted bell pepper and onion mix from Trader Joe's I want to get used up. So I think I'm going to do a little crock pot fajitas. I'll add the shredded pork, the pepper and onion blend, some garlic, some green chilies to add some spice. And then I always like to add a little bit of chicken stock. Moisture helps it cook down better. And then we're just gonna do some taco seasoning. And then I have lettuce and cheese and Greek yogurt that we'll use in place of sour cream. So I'm just gonna pop that in and set it on low, and it'll just kind of cook together. I'm not worried about it over cooking. The meat is already cooked and everything, but as long as I have moisture in there, I keep it on low. It's just gonna like keep seasoning the meat and peppers together. So we have our pork fajitas going in the crock pot. We can eat that topped on salads. We could do them in tacos, or we could even do them over a bed of rice, like a fajita bowl, which is one of my favorite ways to eat it. That's gonna be enough for at least 2 meals for us. So we'll just switch it up how we serve them, and we'll have them twice this week. I also went ahead and pulled through my fridge, freezer, and pantry to get an idea for a meal plan for the rest of the week. So we have 2 meals with the pork fajitas, and then normally every week I try to plan 3 or 4 meals, and then the rest of the days, one day is always like a takeout night for us. A lot of times we'll do breakfast for dinner one night throughout the week because it's my daughter's favorite. And that leaves us with one night for like an on the fly. So whether it's grabbing simple stuff from the fridge like hot dogs or our frozen chicken nuggets that we'll put into salads or wraps, we have like a flexible night. And I do that because sometimes my husband's schedule is unpredictable. So a lot of times throughout the week, depending on the time of year and his season at work, it's just Lila and I for dinner. So it's nice to have some easy, either prepared or grab and go options, like to help me manage the end of the evening craziness and bedtime alone. So I'm going to show you the other meals I have planned for the week. I am using up a lot of stuff from our freezer this week just because I want to start going through it. I feel like I've bought a lot of things the last couple weeks that we haven't gone through yet. So one of the meals this week we're going to do are these Southwest green chili chicken sausages. So I will make sure to take these out and let them thaw the day before. I'm going to do this vegetable melange blend. This is from Costco. Oh my goodness, you guys, these are so good. Just having this on hand in the freezer, I'll pair it with a chicken breast. I'm going to put these in the air fryer. I will put those on a pan, and then I'm gonna combine them. I'll dice these up with this spicy chunky tomato and pepper pasta sauce, and then it makes like a hearty chicken sausage and veg dish. You can eat it just like that, which I've done plenty before, or I will pair mine with some cauliflower and gnocchi put through the air fryer. Sometimes my husband will put a mix like this over pasta or rice. So that's a plan for a night. Super easy night. This will probably be our Friday night, and it'll be like faux takeout, but it's the Trader Joe's Mandarin Orange chicken and chicken fried rice. So we'll use that up. We haven't had that in a few weeks. And then finally, I have these beautiful rainbow carrots, and I love roasting these in the oven. So I will trim those down into like some rustic style carrot sticks and roast them in the oven, usually with some like brown mustard and maple syrup. Oh, they're so good. And then I'm gonna have brown rice. These are the really easy steamer packs from Trader Joe's. They just go in your microwave for 3 minutes. And I'm gonna pick up at the store today some chicken breast. So we're just gonna do it really easy, chicken with veggies and rice for one night. That's what we're doing this week for our meal plan. And again, we will probably have a breakfast for dinner night. Again, we have leftovers that we can use up if we don't use them for lunches. And I still have some stuff in the freezer for quick meals. I think I have hot dogs left in there. I also have the chicken nuggets and salad and wraps and that kind of stuff. So I try not to, I used to plan every single night of the week, and I always would overbuy on groceries because I just don't get around to cooking every single night. So I like to make things where we're gonna have leftovers for a night or leave an option for a quick dinner for nights when Josh is gonna be home late. I don't know where the mornings go when my daughter's at school. You think 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. is so much time, you're gonna get so much done. Well, I was checking my email, working on a few things, got the crock pot ready, looked through my fridge and freezer, made up a little grocery list for after I pick up Lila, and showed you guys my meal plan. And I had like half an hour to try and get through her toy bins. This is where I keep all of Lila's toys downstairs, but this is why I need to go through them, guys. It's like nice decor, it looks so nice. Don't be fooled, y'all. Toy overflow, and it's just like stuff everywhere. So I'm gonna try my best to get through these bins. That's the goal for today. Splitting it up throughout the week will hopefully allow me to get through everything in the house. I'm gonna try and do these downstairs toys today, her room toys and clothes another day. We have to go through like the garage and the backyard stuff. We got to get all the summer toys out of the backyard and like put away for winter. So we have a lot to get done. And I'm looking like a crazy hot mess. My hair is clean. I slept on it funny last night, so you can tell I sleep on my left side. This is what I'm working with. Okay, let's try and get this done. How often do you guys go through your kids' toys and rooms? I try to get through Lila's once a year before the holidays just so I can clean and declutter everything, make space because I know she's gonna be getting some new things at the holidays, and also be able to donate some things away to families who could use it more. With Lila being our first child and the only grandchild on both sides of the family, she definitely gets her fair share of gifts at holidays and birthdays from us and family members. Although I have started to do a method around the holidays to try and limit over purchasing, because I feel like the first couple years for Christmas, she just got so much stuff that she didn't even play with some of it, or we ended up waiting months and months to open things because she was still excited about some of the other toys she had already opened. So a method I started doing the last couple years is for Christmas planning, I start with something you want, something you need, something to wear, and something to read. By using these 4 categories, I'm able to pick her out a gift in each category that are gonna come from mom and dad, and then she can pick out a few other kinds of toys or fun things that we can put on the list for her family members, grandparents, and of course, to write in a letter to Santa. I love finding meaningful gifts to share with others at the holidays. Something that I've noticed as I've gotten a little bit older and have been much more into decluttering and simplifying all the stuff in my home is finding gifts that could be experiences. So something Josh, my husband, and I always do every year is we'll get each other something small that we know each other wants, but then we'll also find an experience to do together. We met working in theater and we both love Broadway, or maybe we'll plan a weekend getaway together. Something that's a little bit bigger than something we typically do, but something special that we can gift to each other and have special time together. I also love doing this with my family. There's been a few different years where my siblings and I have decided instead of swapping gifts, we plan a siblings day out and we'll go to a museum in the city when I'm visiting and just spend the whole day together. These have created such special memories and I truly treasure them over getting a certain item that may only bring me joy for a small amount of time. I know it's early, but I can't help it. I absolutely love the holidays and can't wait to start planning all the time I'm gonna get to spend with my family this year. We didn't see them last year. We stayed home in Georgia and just celebrated as a small family of 3. So this year we're so excited to travel and see everybody and make some fun plans. Do you guys have any traditions or plans you do with your families over the holidays? Do you gift swap with everybody? Do you do a secret Santa or a white elephant gift? What are your holiday traditions? I'd love to know. I am starting to think about whether I'm going to do Vlogmas this year or not, which would be me vlogging and sharing posts every day for 25 days leading from the 1st of December through December 25th. So let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing Vlogmas on my channel. I'm still on the fence about it. I know it takes up a lot of time and energy, and I want to make sure I get to spend time and enjoy the holidays, but I also think it would be really fun to share so much of our holiday experience with you guys here on the channel too. Okay guys, my timer just went off. I have to go get Lila from school. I did what I could. Here's a look at where I got to. So over here, her tent, I need to put that away for the season. We'll get that out for the summertime. She uses it outside. This is gonna go in storage with more of like our baby toys. Those are just her puzzles. Those are gonna have to stay here until I organize her room, and then I'm gonna move the puzzle rack upstairs. So I have nothing in this corner anymore. Piles over here, this is all craft supplies. I have craft bins in our island, so I gotta resort those. Those couple toys go upstairs. They were just down here. These are all like a collection of really like baby toys, but they were down here from when she was littler, and oh, he moves. Hello, puppy. So these, we have a big bin of like baby toys that we're keeping for possible baby number 2. So I'm gonna move those there. This is a pile of toys she never plays with, or like random little odds and ends. Okay guys, we are home. We stopped at Kroger real quick to pick up a few things we needed. So I picked up more chicken. Like I told you guys, this will be for that meal I shared earlier where I'm gonna use brown rice and do some roasted maple mustard carrots. I grabbed some tomatoes on the vine. I thought maybe I could roast these and use them for like a pasta recipe this weekend. I picked up some more turkey pepperoni. My husband loves this. I love this. We just use it for snacking on along with some cheese. And then they were all out of strawberries at Costco. I've heard it was a bad strawberry growing season and that a lot of places right now are having trouble getting them. So it's been very hit and miss when I can find them in the grocery store by us. So I just picked up 1 pound of strawberries. I picked up 4 Honeycrisp apples. The prices on these are so good right now and they look divine. And then I got a mango, a yellow onion, and a red onion. What I really ran into Kroger for was I needed a few other things to round out our granola that we're gonna be making with our pumpkin seeds. I have slivered almonds, pecans, some flaked coconut that's unsweetened, and then some coconut oil. So yeah, that's super quick what I got. Other things I'm gonna need for the granola I have at home. I have like pumpkin puree and maple syrup, vanilla, cinnamon, nutmeg, and oats. And that makes up most of it. I'll share that recipe. I will link it in the description below. And Lila right now is just taking a little quiet time. Her and Millie are watching a movie. So I'm gonna let her take some quiet time. She was pretty tired after school today, and then we will get our granola going. Let's check on dinner though real quick. I've had our crock pot going. I probably wanna give it a stir. I have not touched this at all since I turned it on earlier. So see, ooh, there we go. So all of our meat is defrosted. You really don't need 8 hours for this when you're using already cooked pork, because our pork was cooked and shredded. It was just in the freezer, prepped. Meat prep the pork. We do like a big pork butt on our smoker. We shred the whole thing down and then I portion it by poundage. So that way it's easy to just like grab a pound of shredded pork out. It helps mix it up, not always doing ground turkey or chicken recipes. I know pork has some points versus the other meats on WW Blue, but it's nice to mix it up sometimes. And the pork is actually the only thing in this entire pot that has any points, because the onions and peppers are 0, the chicken stock is 0, taco seasoning 0, garlic is 0, the chilies are 0. So all I'm gonna count for this mix in this crock pot is the pork. Add my apples to our fruit bowl. I picked up these bananas at Costco the other day. I've been loving Costco's bananas because they don't ripen too fast. They lasted us really well. And I think it's partly because when you get any bananas from the grocery store that have this plastic wrap on the top, just try to remove the bananas underneath that wrap, and this helps keep the bananas not going overripe too fast. Although when you put them with like apples tend to be a fruit that will ripen other fruits, but you know, it's fine. We're honestly gonna go through these pretty quick. So I'm gonna get some of these things put away. I'll leave that out since we're doing the granola in a little bit. And then I am going to go ahead and prep the strawberries I bought today and these blackberries I picked up at Costco yesterday, but just haven't washed and prepped them yet.
I don't think we got enough time to sort out all the fights, to sort out all the lies. Oh baby, yeah. There was a part of me that knew that, and still I'm caught by surprise. I thought you'd always be mine. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down, 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 down. Baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. Yeah, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down, 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 down. Yeah. And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. I just thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, no words, no more, no.
granola. Are we gonna make some pumpkin granola?
Yeah.
Lila loves granola.
Yeah, I do.
We are going to start with our dry ingredients. We are doing, I have my iPad up with our ingredients. We need 2.5 cups, Lila.
Yeah, 2.5.
So this is a 1 cup, so we need 1. Okay, pour it in this big bowl. 1.
They're kind of sticking to that. They're kind of sticking
2.
to that. Kind of sticking to that.
And a half. These patches of almonds, slivered almonds, and pecans at Kroger earlier today, and it was awesome because they were like the exact right amount I needed for the recipe. So I'm just gonna dump the whole package in.
This.
Ew. All right, these are slivered almonds, so I don't need to cut them anymore. So pour those in.
Hurry.
Wait until they have the yummy stuff out. We have to bake it after this.
What's the big after this?
I'm trying to break them up a little bit. These are like pecan halves. I'm just gonna give them a rough. I'm just kind of crunching them up a little bit. Can you give them a crunch? Squeeze, squeeze. All right, then pour them in. Need a 1/2 cup of shredded coconut. Need a 1/2 cup, okay? So just half of this.
Just half of this?
Yeah.
Oh, just half of it.
There you go. Pour that in. A 1/2 cup of pumpkin seeds. Those are all measured out. Pour that in. These are raw. We haven't roasted them yet, but our granola is all going to go into the oven. So they'll roast then. And you give them a mix like this.
I want to do that.
Okay. Ready? Give them a mix. Yep, mix it all up. Careful. All right, now we're gonna put the wet ingredients. 1/3 cup of pumpkin puree.
Are you sure you can use those spoons?
Yeah.
You can?
I can what?
You can.
What?
Then you can do this. I can watch you.
Yeah, Mommy's gonna use the can opener.
I can see it.
And that's sharp. Don't touch the can.
Yes, it is sharp. Are you using the spatula?
I am using a spatula.
I do. I do that.
Yeah, I didn't. It's not sweet yet. It's just plain pumpkin. And then the recipe called for cinnamon and nutmeg, but I have pumpkin pie spice home, and since we're using pumpkin, I thought we can just use that. So originally it called for a teaspoon of pumpkin, a 1/4 teaspoon nutmeg in pumpkin pie spice, or at least in this one. There's cinnamon, ginger, cloves, and nutmeg.
Is it in there?
Up a little bit. So I'm just gonna go in with 1 teaspoon, and then we'll give the wet mix a little taste.
Yep, a nutmeg, a little taste.
Don't mix it up yet. Not yet. We have more ingredients to add.
Oh.
Oh.
A 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract.
Oh, I didn't know you had vanilla.
Yep, pour that in. And then it calls for a teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna use coarse salt because I feel like that coarse flaky salt is gonna be really good on the granola. So just gonna give it a good couple of shakes. Need a 1/2 cup of maple syrup.
Ooh, that's good.
Makes it
I
sweet.
hear it makes it sweet.
Yeah, nothing like some roasted nuts and oats with maple syrup. Yum.
Yum.
Okay, pour that in there. And then we're also going to need a 1/2 cup of coconut oil. I measured out the coconut oil as a solid and then placed it in the microwave for 15-second intervals until it was completely melted to remeasure again and then add to our recipe. Double check the amount. So you need a little bit less solid when you're gonna melt it down. So I have like a little extra that I didn't use after it melted. Okay, Lila, now we're gonna add our liquid to the dry. Can you help me pour it in?
Yeah.
Swirl it all around. Ooh, it's like caramely looking.
Hi.
Yeah, kind of.
Can I take a taste test?
Not yet, it's not cooked.
Oh.
You wanna coat it all over.
Mass.
Now I have a baking sheet just covered with a piece of parchment paper. We're gonna lay out our granola right on this sheet pan, and then we're gonna spread it into kind of a thinnish layer. This recipe made about 4 cups of roasted granola, and for a 1/4 cup serving, I calculated 8 points on the WW Blue plan. Okay guys, this is gonna bake off in the oven to make sure it's all toasted through. I'll probably have to give it a good stir a couple times through just to make sure we're getting it cooked all the way through. It was actually kind of a lot of granola for 1 sheet pan, so I'm excited. This smells super good. Berries have fully dried in this colander. I'm gonna pop them in my red produce bins. These are always linked in the description for you guys if you're ever looking for them. I know I talk about them a lot, but they're honestly one of my favorite things. When you go through as much fresh produce and like fruit and veggies as we do, anyone with a toddler gets it, or a preschooler, they go through a lot of fruit, which is good and healthy. So I want to keep it as good as I can for as long as I can. Now we have a berry bin ready for the week. While I wait for our granola to cook, I'm just gonna occupy myself in the kitchen by getting some chores done. I need to unload the dishwasher, clean and wash all the dishes in the sink, and just clean up the kitchen a bit, especially after we've baked and cooked in here all day.
Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe. Striking the winner post now. Liberty's on my mind. We've taken off, we've left the ground. You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night. And when we are old and gray, we'll look back at this summer night. The summer night, the summer night. Sleeping in the back of a van, roaming in the wilderness. We never need a plan. We'll be alright, just you and I. Singing from the top of our lungs, dancing by the lakeside. Gonna do it while we're young. In a moment it will all be gone. You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night. And when we are old and gray, we'll look back at this summer night. The summer night, the summer night. The summer night, the summer night. Someday we will look back, and our hearts will be whole again. I want to remember all that happened to us. 'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night. And when we are old and gray, we'll look back at this summer night.
I wish you could smell this. It turned out so good. It's got a really yummy, like nutty roasted flavor with just a touch of sweetness. It didn't end up that sweet. I do taste a bit of the pumpkin. It's not overly pumpkin-y though, but these pumpkin seeds, again, just a touch of sweetness, but also that little salt that I put on there. So good. And here's how the fajita pork turned out. I just put down a couple tablespoons of shredded cheddar cheese and then a little scoop of the pork and peppers on each of these. These are the La Banderita low carb tortillas, so they really help cut the points down. And then I'm just gonna do a dollop of plain non-fat Greek yogurt on each of them instead of sour cream. And that's my dinner. Josh is stuck in some pretty bad traffic, so it's already almost 6:30. So Lila and I are gonna go ahead and eat because then I have to get her bedtime routine started and he can just eat when he gets home. That's like the nice thing about a crock pot dish. If you know that your husband or your spouse or your kids have activities going on and people are getting home at different times, Everyone still has a good home cooked meal. I just have the crock pot sitting on warm, so it's ready for him when he gets home. But anyway, Lila and I are gonna eat. Then I'm gonna start getting her ready for bed. And then tonight, I still just wanna round out. I did all the laundry yesterday, but I have a few mountains of it left to fold. So it's a folding party tonight. So this is how I'm ending my night. I still have to get laundry folded and put away. So I'm gonna finish that up for tonight. At least I can watch a show while I do it and just take some me time. So that's where I'm ending this video. I hope you guys enjoyed following along my get it all done, get motivated day in the life. We got situated so we would have a healthy start to our week with a meal plan and a crock pot dish ready. We prepped that really yummy granola, which we'll be snacking on and using for breakfast throughout the week. And I feel really accomplished about the decluttering and cleaning I did get done. But at least I got a start and started off this Monday strong. I hope you guys have a good start to your week. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed today's video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos, including maybe Vlogmas. Let me know your guys' thought on Vlogmas in the comments below, and until next time, bye!